So, breeding season is the most important season on the farm. You're breeding for sustainability. So, whether you're breeding goats, lambs, calves, whatever it might be, foals, chicks, doesn't matter. Whatever you're breeding for goes toward being, works towards being sustainable. Sustainable being providing for yourself. Year after year. So you want to develop your breeding so that you can provide for yourself every year. So right now we are into breeding the goats for spring kids and milk. And the kids, we don't breed for meat for goats technically. We just breed for the milk. And so I'm thinking that what I would like to get into doing is breeding the goats, raising the does, breeding them back when they first freshen, teaching them to be a milk goat, and then selling them as a milk goat to another farm. This past year we had 9 kids. We sold 8 kids at the sale barn, and I was very pleased with the outcome of that. We kept one of the does for this year, for breeding for this fall, and so we'll see how this spring comes around as to whether what we keep and what we don't keep. We use the milk for cheese, for soap, and for drinking, and we drink it raw. And I make raw milk cheese. So fall is breeding season for most animals on the farm, and breeding season is really the most important season for sustainable farms. So this is Milo, and he is our buck, and he's a full Nubian, and that there is Gabby, and she is in his pen to be bred for spring kids. She's still in milk. However, her milk has slacked off quite a lot in the last couple of weeks, which when the weather turns cooler for fall, their milk does slack off, and it gets thinner, so there's not as much cream on there. In fact, there's hardly any cream on the milk anymore. So we can milk her even though she's pregnant, and we'll milk her up until about 2 months, probably before she's due to kid. Well, good afternoon. Welcome back to Heskett Haven Farm. We are in the first week of November right now, and I think that we are done with our breeding of our goats. I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about that. When a goat goes into heat in the fall, there's definite signs of them being in heat and things going on. The does will hang around the buck pen. They will wag their tails at them. They will have a discharge, and the buck will just be absolutely out of his head. We've been doing all the breeding. We did that probably about 3 weeks or a month ago. So now I've started putting the buck back in with all of them at once, because if anybody is not bred, it will bring him back into season, and then he'll be able to breed cleanup, as they call it, where you'll just kind of put him in there and he'll breed anything that's not bred at this point. So right now we're looking at March babies. And I'm still milking Gabby here. This is Gabby. I don't know if you can see her, probably not. Let me tip my camera a little bit so you can see Gabby. I'm still getting, just over a quart of milk a day from her. And so she is She's doing really good. Right now, she's a first freshener, and I'm still getting that much from her. So that is pretty awesome. They're kind of all hanging out right now at the buck pen, and this is Milo. He's our buck, and he's a sweet boy. He's not right now. He's pretty smelly right now. And he's just checking in with all the girls to see who's left that might need his service. But I think he's pretty calm, so I'm thinking we're probably okay. So I'm taking him out at night, Milo, and putting him in a different pen just so that he's not with them 24 hours a day. So when they're outside in the fresh air, she doesn't take on as much of his bucky smell in her milk as if she were penned up in the barn all night and all day with him. So yeah, I'm pretty cautious. I taste the milk before I make anything with it because there's a chance that it could be tainted by his buck odor. And that's a wrap. Hit the thumbs up and like our page, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time here at Heskett Haven Homestead. Have a great day.